Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Farming Simulator 22, playing on the Angel Mountain map. Let's get back to it. If you look up in the top right, you can see that we have not only a great demand at the hardware store, I'm not sure what it's for, but we have 1.081 million. Now, between episodes, I sold off just about everything we had in storage just to raise some cash. And we're going to spend some cash. Let's go get our sheep. We know we need to do that. And maybe I'll speed up time a little bit so we can get a little more brightness here pretty soon. But I think it's sheep day. We'll get one load of sheep. But raised a bunch of cash. We are really close. I didn't think we were going to get this much money. All right, now I can dial down the time. We're really close to being able to buy another field. I was not expecting that. I was kind of planning on buying the remaining 2 greenhouses, maybe getting a TMR mixer. But since we're so close to getting another field, I want to try and go for that this episode. Now, we're close. I think we need like 1.15 million or something to buy that sugar beet field. But we're going to spend some other money before we do that. So we're going to have to spend a little money and then go raise some money and see if we can't get up to like 1.15 million. I'm going to hit cruise control here. Let's see if I can jump out. We go to fields. Boom. Farmland. This is the sugar beet field I've been looking at for ages. It is 1.173 million. That's what we're going to go for. We've got 1.08, so we need about 100 grand more. But we're going to pay off debt. We're going to buy a load of sheep. That's going to add another, I don't know, about $25,000 we need to save. The other thing we're going to spend money on, I'll show you once we get to the animal dealer. There is a piece of equipment, used equipment for sale, that I'm just not possibly going to be able to pass up. And when I show you, you will see why. We do, like I said, I sold everything out of just about every warehouse that we have. But I did just kind of sleep through the night. So we probably have some more production and more things that we can sell. Not to mention the oil refinery has been busy. We have hydrogen and oxygen we can sell. We have fuel. I don't think I'm going to sell fuel. But we could if we're desperate. Let's get our sheep going here. Yeah, these are only 2,600. That's nothing. Love to buy another truck someday. Someday, hopefully before too long. Seems like we're starting to raise money quite a bit faster, and that's accelerating. So that is super good. Yeah, let me get on the straightaway, and then maybe I can switch over to the... In fact, we'll drive here on the field. It's a little safer. We'll drive right here. We'll head for the mountain. And if we look at the sale prices, boom, look at this. I mean, it's like perfect timing. This is a, mechanized beet harvester for 50% off, $235,000, right at the perfect timing. So this, I think, is a no-brainer. I think we're going to buy that and repair it, and then hopefully put it to use pretty soon if we buy that beet field. And I'm hoping we can do that this episode if we can make it all work. But yeah, we'll get these sheep back. Also, between episodes, I've been commenting on these trees. On the left here, you can see just to the left of us, it's just they're all identical and they're all in a row. And it's just, I think it could look better. So I've started to take up those trees, mostly over by the forestry area. I'm going to start doing that all across the map. I've got, there's another row of trees, straight ahead. And just because it's the same tree in the exact same position going down, it just looks kind of artificial. So like I said, I'm going to start pulling those up. I've got the lumberjack mod, so I'm able to cut down any tree on the map, whether I own the land or not. And then I did find a very cool mod called, I think it's called Saplings or Hand-Planted Saplings. It's just off the regular Farming Simulator mod hub. And that allows you to place or to plant trees by hand And you can kind of do it in a random fashion. You don't have to do it in rows. Now, we also have the tree planter. We bought that used, about half off. That's sitting over at the dealer. So we'll make use of that in the forestry area. But as far as like planting trees just around, just to enhance the environment, I think I'm going to use this hand planting mod. I don't know. I don't think we'll get to look at that this episode. We've got other things to do, but that's coming. Just kind of make same thing like around the lake here. It's a bunch of trees that are all kind of in a row. Same thing. I like to have like a kind of a variety and have it be a little more random looking. All right, let's get these sheep unloaded. We're going to need their wool. All right, back on out, fellas. All right, that is done. Of our daily task. I guess I'll just park it this way, since that's the way I pulled out. And then I'll go close the door to the sheep barn here, or sheep pen. They're doing good. Let's go pay off 20 grand of debt. Where are we at? Repay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6,920,000. Let's buy that equipment. I just have to do it. There's no way I cannot do it. This planter would be nice. Don't want to spend the money on this yet. It's very tempting, though. We'll see. If that's still for sale and we have extra cash, I may pick that up. We don't need it urgently, but later on in the game, we're probably going to want to have the ability to run 2 big planters at the same time. We have a big tedder. Don't think we need that. We have a little tedder that might be just fine. So I think we're going to automate that. Manufacturer of hay, I think we'll automate that with the tedder we have. But and then we don't need a cultivator. We saw this earlier, last episode or the episode before. We're doing all plowing right now for pretty much every field. That way we don't have to do the weeds. And it's just one less complication. Let's pick this up. Customize. I don't know, wheel setup. Kind of don't want to pay any extra cash for anything. Let's see, who has options for wheels? Looks like nobody. Those look fine to me. BKT wheels. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sold. Boom. You got it. All right. Now, we want to try to get 1.17 million or whatever it was into our savings. Let's take a look at our industry and see what we might be able to sell. We should also look at the fields. Let's do that before we forget. We just ticked over another day. And I think, are we in November? Yeah, we're in November now. So we ticked over into a new month. Stuff might be ready for us to work on. It is. Oh man, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. We have 2 fields ready. Our soybean field's ready. And our clover field is ready. Soybean field. We could get these going with course play. Like right now. Man. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. There's a lot to do here. What should we do first? I'm hesitating because there's stuff I know that we have to set up before we can do everything that we need to do here. But let's try it. Let's see if we can figure this out. It's been a while. We want to work from the far side to the front side. This harvester, I think, can take up the clover. Just look at this. See what it says. Okay, ready to harvest. We have a 100% yield bonus. And it's 100% fertilized. And this we don't need. I believe we don't need to replant that. But on this particular field, we want to use course play because I think this is going to throw off a grass swath for us. So let's just bear down, see if we can get this started and going. Then we can go sell products while this guy is harvesting. And then at least we have the harvester running, and we'll get a little helper tractor going too. Get this guy to the far side of the field. Now, hopefully the course will generate to work from the back over towards the silo. That's going to allow me to have other workers kind of doing other chores following the combine here without running into it, right? Once the combine clears an area, it's not going to be like crossing paths with a new worker that's maybe doing, I don't know what we need to do. We might need to roll or fertilize. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, let's go. I want to check just to make sure the header that we have is going to work with clover. There it is. Clover is shown in the list here, so we should be good with that. Now let's do courseplay. Oh man, it's been a while. We're on field 21. Yeah, it's like real life. It seems like it's been weeks since I've used courseplay. Let's do it. Do we have... There's field 21, harvest grain. I think we can use this course. Let's load it. Activate it. Didn't have to do anything there. Yeah, this is going to be just fine. Okay, now for auto drive, we need to set that to field 21 weight. Okay, that looks fine. Before we get that running, let's get a helper. Oop, one more thing we need to do before I forget. I need to make sure that this guy is going to dump a swath. Let's see. I don't want it to dump a swath. I want it to do distributed. Let's see if that's in courseplay. That would be vehicle specific. Straw swath activated. No. Headlands disabled. Deactivated. Enables the straw swath or only disables it on the headlands. Okay. Deactivate the straw swath. We'll see what that does. I want it to just throw it down. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I do a regular helper, what we're going to get. Actually, let's hold up. Okay, now can I control the discharge method? Going. Try helper. That I think this guy is supposed to throw out grass behind it. Okay, there it is. All right, let's go get our helper. This guy will do. And I need our trailer. Where is our trailer? None of those is our trailer. Tab. Oh man. Where is our trailer? I think it's sitting way over at the dealer. All right, I brought our trailer over. Let's get this thing power washed actually. It's looking pretty rough. And this helper's going to be working to pick up the clover from the harvester. Kind of emptying out the harvester. And then we'll send another worker after to ted the grass swath that's going to be dropped by the harvester when it harvests the clover. We'll turn all that into hay. Then we'll have a third worker go and run a windrower to windrow all of that tedded hay, or tedded grass, I should say. And then lastly, we will have yet another helper run with a forage wagon to pick up the hay. I don't think we'll get a benefit out of the silage additive, but we'll see. We want to be over here. Let's get auto drive up. And we want this guy. Let's see here. Let's go into, not there. We want, what field are we on? We're on field 21. So we want field 21 weight. And then course play. And then I want to see the markers. Yeah, let's go turn this guy on. Okay, driver has, okay, fine. Wait. Okay, pick up and deliver. Field 21 silo, and then we want to do clover. Wait here. Unload at the silo once you're full, and you're taking clover. Okay, drive to the loading point, auto drive, pick up and deliver. Let's go get the harvester going and see if we have this hooked up right. This guy is course play. He's set up to that. We want nearest waypoint, harvest grain. He can get started. I just want to see it get past the point that we mowed ourselves. Make sure that we're going to get a swath. Okay. Are we getting swath there or not? We should be. Let's maybe pause this guy for a second. And let's go get a tedder. I can't tell what's on the ground here. Over fertilized 50%. Yeah, it looks like maybe it stopped dropping the swath. I guess I have to turn that back on. Let's do that in here. Force play for the vehicle. Draw swath activated. How it distributes, whether it does it a windrow or not, I guess I don't have ability to set that yet. If we do it here, pipe out, fold harvester. I try to control Y this, not getting any options. Okay, let's do course play again. Okay, we're getting the swath. All right, just notice one of the things we need to update is our auto drive course. Since we last ran this course, we've put in a new silo. So let's see if we can get these adjusted. Now, I wonder if I have to stay in the tractor to do this. I imagine I do. Let's see if we can pull this off somehow. I think we just need to move these. Let's see, right click, drag them. I may have to delete all of this, actually. Don't think I'm going to be able to get to all the parts that we need to move. Backed out as far as I can. Wonder if there's a way to delete this whole course. and move them. Yeah, there's a little dude in here I'm not going to be able to get to. Oh, I take it back. Maybe I can get to it. This is a little goofy. Tell you what, I'm going to get this straightened up, and then we will come back and get this all running. Be back in a minute. I'm just going to fix this course up. All right, I think I've got it set up now. Our harvester is doing its thing, just working on its course play. Course that was recorded ages ago, and then our helper is emptying the combine and taking the full loads of clover over to our silo, and the combine is leaving a grass swath. So I've also got set up, need to get a vehicle switcher mod here to make this a little easier, but I've got another helper just about ready to go here to turn this grass swath into hay. Hopefully with it windrowed like that, it won't be a problem turning into hay. I don't think it will be. There's not a whole lot of grass there. But we're getting a ton of clover off of this field. So we'll let that all run. Now we need to make some money. So while those guys are busy doing their thing, let's get our truck. This guy, I was hauling some water to our greenhouses, but I think what we want to do, I'll grab this trailer. We're going to head down to the forestry area and sell some jars and steel, and maybe even some drill pipe, and see if we can't work our way back up to just about 1.2 million, really. And then we can buy that sugar beet field, and we know we'll have it. Then we'll have time. I just don't want that field to get turned over by the AI before we get a chance to buy it. So yeah, we'll head down to the forestry section, grab our flatbed, and sell what we can. We don't have a ton of stuff. We can sell drill pipe. The oil rig is loaded with drill pipe. I think it's got plenty. We're going to see a bunch of notices up in the top right that the AI worker has a full grain tank. That's all being handled automation-wise. And then that clover, incidentally, we want to take that over to the beehives. We can get those things going too and purchase one of those. They're not very expensive, but we'll leave that till after we get the after we purchase the sugar beet field. Where's our flatbed trailer? There it is. You can see I've taken down some of the trees over here, particularly right where I'm driving. I'm going to hand plant some new ones, but not right this minute. Unload that trailer, grab our flatbed trailer. And we'll head over to Mammoth Mill and spawn up some glass jars. Looks like we have a bunch of planks to move over at the sawmill as well. All right, let's drop these off at the hardware store. That's got the best price. I just checked it a little while ago. All right, our first load of jars got us about $75,000. We're looking to raise about 400 grand. We need to sell more. Let's go fetch some more. We're just about at 900. We need I think it was 1.17 for that field. Take a quick look and see if we can see the price on that again. Yeah, 1.173. Then we'll need to raise some cash to repair the sugar beet harvester. And there's always more stuff we want to buy. But that sugar beet field will be a huge acquisition for us. Once we can get into producing sugar, we'll be able to do that pretty much instantaneously if we can buy that field while the ripe crop is sitting there and doesn't get harvested by AI. And man, yeah, we'll have a good amount of sugar beets that we can turn into sugar. I will buy the sugar mill, get that started. There's also stuff we can do with cut sugar beet, and I believe I downloaded a mod, kind of a trailer that will automatically shred sugar beets into cut sugar beet, so we don't have to do it the slow way. There is a bucket for front loader that will do it as well. And that's in the base game, but it's a little tedious to do it like that. All right, we're going to grab more glass jars, and I think steel this time to load up. We may even sell drill pipe this time around. Let's do it. All right, another 61,000. Let's take a look at drill pipe and see what that's going to sell for. Drill pipe right here, hardware store for 236. It's not great, but we do have a lot of it. And it is relatively close to the sell point. So let's sell some drill pipe. I'll also have some big news here that I forgot to mention at the top of the episode. If we look at our stockpile here, let's get on a straight path. We look at our stockpile. Check out our supply of coal, 10 million liters. So we hit our first goal. We have about 279 plus products to go, but we did get 10 million liters of coal stored up. Super happy about that. We're still going to be digging a lot of coal. We need that for the oil rig. We need it for the drying mill. We need it for the Mammoth mill uses coal. Old Man's mill uses coal. And the nut house uses coal too. But to have that 10 million liters saved up, man, that is nice. We have a lot more to do, a lot more materials to save up, but we'll get it done. All right, let's get back, sell some drill pipe here. All right, this is the last load out of Mammoth Mill that I'm kind of eager to sell. We do have nails we could sell, but we use those in the Old Man's Mill, and we use those in the Carpentry Mill. I'd rather not sell them unless we absolutely have to. So let's see where we end up. We're going to come up short. We want 1.17 million, I think, in order to buy that sugar beet field. Let's see where we end up, and then maybe we can go sell some wheelchairs and walkers out of Old Man's Mill and find something else to sell as well. I think we're still going to come up short even after we sell what's in Old Man's Mill. We do have furniture we could sell. We could check the price on that, see if it's worth doing and where it sells. Let's see where we end up here. All right, we're just about 1.1 million. Let's just check the price of that field again real quick. I think we need about 70 or 80,000 more. So that is right there, 45. Farmland number 71.173. So we need, what do we need? Like about 80,000 more, right? Yeah, about 80,000 more. Let's see what furniture sells for. We have a little bit of that. Furniture, yeah, it's not great. Prices aren't great. Hardware store sells it for 254. What about nails? What if we did a combined load of furniture and nails? Could sell at least a little bit of nails. Oh man, those are even worse. Yeah, no, I don't want to sell nails, especially not for that price. That's horrible. Let's take a look at our production, see what we have left. We've got a little bit of steel I can take. Steel, maybe steel and furniture. Steel at the hardware store. Where did the furniture actually sell? Furniture sells at the embassy. I'm not going to drive to the embassy hardware store. Let's do one load of steel and furniture. That's kind of easy and close. That'll get us a little bit closer. And then maybe the wheelchairs and the walkers will put us over and we can at least buy that field. Now, there's a bunch of product over at the refinery. It's way across the map, but there's hydrogen and oxygen that we can sell. We could also sell diesel. There's quite a bit accumulated, like a 500,000, yeah, 500,000 liters, I think, we have over there. So we could sell that. We do need to buy a tanker, though, that will hold oxygen or helium, I mean, oxygen, hydrogen, or fuel in order to sell it. The tanker that we have will not carry those items. So we'd have to sell the existing tanker, buy another one. That would put us behind financially a little bit. And then I could make a bunch of trips and sell that hydrogen and oxygen. And I'm pretty sure that would put us over and, you know, more than make up for the extra cost of that new tanker truck. But we'll see. Let's get nails, or let's get the furniture and steel out of the carpentry mill and mammoth mill first, and then the walkers first. Really want to just purchase that field. Then we can worry about raising the rest of the money that we want. I think I'm going to start over at the carpentry mill, so I'll cut around this way. Definitely not going to sell planks. Those things are precious until we get our poplar fields. Got a whole mess of planks there, but man, we are definitely not going to sell those. All right, barrels, crates, we're going to be taking over to the apiary soon. Furniture, yeah, let's take whatever we can get out of here. 64, so 16 pallets of that. We do have the hard economic setting on. That's one of the reasons why the prices are low. These stack, which is nice. Let's get the rest of the steel. And if there's any drill pipe and there's room for it, we'll throw that on here too. Drill pipe, nope, that's all spent. Jars is gone. Nails, we could do a little maybe. Here's our steel. Let's get all that. Just got one we got to put on by hand here. See if we can pull this off. Doesn't always like us doing this, but I think that'll work. Make sure everything's strapped in. Looks like it. It should be good for at least 30,000, I would think. Our workers are still doing their thing over at Field 21. You can see the money just slowly ticking down in the top right. That's our helpers. They are using fuel, or they're refueling themselves, so we're paying a little bit for fuel. We won't need to pretty soon. We have a ton of diesel, and I want to put like a diesel storage tank over by the silo at 21. Kind of like we have the power washer out there. We'll do the same thing with fuel storage. And then I actually want to buy a dedicated kind of service trailer to leave out there so we can repair the harvesters and our worker tractors and stuff right on site. So we can keep everything in working order. Then we'll turn off the auto fueling. That'll save us a little bit of cash. Won't save us tons, but it'll save us a little. I'm going to try and pass this car on the right. Oh, it's a little tight on the bridge to do that. Ended up not really saving much time. But yeah, tons to do. The clover, like I said, we want to get that over to the apiary and get honey production going. We'll need to get crates out of the carpentry mill, I believe, and take those over to the apiaries as well. All right, we're at 1 million, almost 140,000, so about 35,000 short. We can make that up pretty easy, I think, at the old man's mill. Let's head over there and pick up some walkers and wheelchairs. While we're driving, maybe we can see where those are going to sell. Check the road here. Walkers, the market, or no, the embassy for 581. Embassy for 59, I think that was. Probably worth doing the embassy for this one. Think we will. That's a bit of a drive. On the way back from the embassy, we can actually pick up some plastic pallets from the refinery. I'm sure we have some waiting for us over there if we look at the production chains. The refinery plastic, 500,000 sitting there waiting on us. Look at all this hydrogen and oxygen. It's gonna be a long drive to sell that, but I will probably do that maybe off camera and just maybe sell all of that initial batch of hydrogen and oxygen. Eventually we'll send that over to the water tower and produce water out of that. Produce water out of that. Water's free, but in terms of our 10 million liter objective, what I'm thinking of doing, I think I mentioned this before, I'll take the hydrogen and oxygen, turn it into water, and then that water that we've kind of created, we'll use only that water for the 10 million liter objective. And then obviously we'll save 10 million liters of hydrogen and 10 million liters of water. So we will make use of that product. But it is a long distance haul. I don't think I can put that into, I don't think I can put that on the train. I guess I could try. Train doesn't really help us because the train stop is up at the top of the mountain. It'd be nice if it was like right near our farm. But it's not, I don't know that it saves us much if we're bringing things back to the main farm. And that's where the, where that water tower is. Oops, I just passed my business here that I wanted to stop at. All right, I'm going to load up on wheelchairs and walkers. All right, here we are at the embassy. Let's see what we get for these. Be nice if this put us over. It might. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Nice. All right, let's go do it. Let's buy that field. Boom. Yes, I've had my eye on this field for a long time. This is awesome. Farmland 70. Let's buy it. $1,173,048. We have about 10 grand to spare. Not even that, but let's buy it. Boom. Okay, we have 9,000 left and we're chewing through it with our workers. We have a brand new field and we have a sugar beet harvester full on. We just need to get it repaired. It's probably going to be a lot actually to repair, but that's all right. That's not urgent. Okay, let's see if we can get our tedder worker on course play starting on field 21. I'm just going to tab off of this. Boom. Okay, here's our worker that is emptying. We are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in. I think I am going to get the tedder worker started. Let's just see how this goes. I'm going to bring up course play. And I need to load the course. Let's do this. Field 21, harvest grain is the course. Can I load this course? Clear current course, save course. Create new folder. Can you run the same course or not? Maybe he can't. Course play, nearest waypoint, harvest grain, field 21, work with the tool. Think we can do it. Just hit play. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. There's our hay. The work speed looks like it's about 9 miles an hour. Now our harvester starts and stops, right? Every time it fills up, it actually does stop and waits for the worker to come and empty it. So this worker might catch up, but I'll keep an eye on it. And then if it does catch up, I may go take this very same tractor, go fetch the windrower, and start windrowing this hay using the very same course play course. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll keep an eye on this. I think we'll wrap this episode here. Not bad. I showed you we've got 10 million liters of coal stored up. That's pretty awesome. Let's look at the inventory, just see where things stand with the other stuff that we have. We have oats, maybe horses, canola. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Grass for our sheep, hay for our cows, straw for the bedding for cows and pigs eventually, and then we can turn some of this into compost. What else? Manure, we're slowly starting to save up. Not much to mention there. Sawdust, I just brought a load of that and stored it. We're just going to save that up for a 10 million liter objective. We could compost it, but it's going to take us a while to get to 10 million liters, so we'll probably just save every little particle of that. Then our ores, I mentioned, yeah, 10 million on the coal. That's awesome. Sand is almost at 5 million, and iron ore is almost at 5 million. And then I managed to bring a few loads of salt over too to get that started. What else do we have? Clover, check it out. We've already harvested 250,000 liters of clover. Next episode, maybe we can buy the apiary and deliver that. I think that's about it. We've got a lot of products left to go, but we're getting there. We have several production lines now, and we're about to open up a new one with the honey and wax that we'll get out of the apiary. That'll be 2 more product lines. And then we're going to get sugar from that sugar beet. So that'll be cool. We've got a bunch of plastic, like I mentioned. I'm going to pick that up now between episodes and deliver some of that, if not all of it, over to the Mammoth Mill. Mammoth Mill is using that plastic to create these sacks. You can see that's the recipe here. 60 plastic plus 5 coal get you 100 sacks. We're starting to accumulate those. The sacks can actually go back to, we're going to use these for a number of things, but they can actually go back to the refinery. And then the refinery will use those sacks to make charcoal. But charcoal doesn't sell for much. We need it later on, I think, to smoke fish. or something. So we'll need 10 million liters, and then we can use that to smoke fish. But it doesn't sell for much, so it's not really not really a high priority to start making this stuff. And it takes wood chips, and we are chronically low on wood chips, and we will be until field. What is that field? Until field 28 turns over. That's our field that's got the wheat on it. That's gonna eventually be, or once we harvest that, that'll be wood chips, and we'll get a forage harvester going. Maybe we'll get lucky and find one of those on sale. That would be nice. Let's go back to the production stuff. What else is going on here? I mentioned the refinery does produce this hydrogen and oxygen. I'll go sell that off. It sells reasonable. Not too OP. I'm comfortable selling that and not feeling too cheaty about it. Especially since it's a long trip to deliver. Yeah, hardware store for 412 for 1,000 liters. Just about the same for the oxygen. The fuel, if we wanted to sell fuel, it seems like it's a little OP. I'll show you. Diesel, yeah, 1,000 at the oil press until we buy it. Sugar house, 1,000 until we buy it. We're about to buy the sugar house now that we have Sugarbeets. Boat launch, we saw that several episodes ago. That's not too bad. $500 for 1,000 liters. It's not OP. The gas stations, that's way too OP. We'll just be printing money if we do that. That kind of takes some of the fun out. I don't think I'm going to sell any of it, to be honest. Any of the diesel. I don't think we need to. What was I going to show you? Oh, let me show you how much diesel we have if we didn't notice. Look at this, 714,000 diesel. So what we're going to do with this, I mentioned this is needed as fuel for the bakery and for the grain mill and for several other businesses, just like we're using coal for the drying mill and the nut house. A lot of other businesses use diesel. I also want to put, I think I mentioned a storage tank next to our field silos to hold diesel so we can refuel our vehicles right before we start the AI, and then we'll turn off the automated refueling, and that'll save us a little bit of cash. Also, obviously, want to put a storage tank near the near our main farm, right? We're always driving through there to drop off products. That's what we'll do with diesel. What else? Dye, we need to save that up. This accrues so slow. It's going to be a challenge because we need that for clothing. Plus, we need it for crayons. And we need to save up 10 million liters. And it accrues, like I said, pretty slow. We're definitely not going to be selling that. We need to save it. Glue we could make. Right now, we have a little bit of resin that we can make from that. Here's the recipe for glue. Just 25 resin gets you 100 glue. Again, the quantities are so low for how much resin we're generating. We probably won't sell this. We'll probably just save this for the 10 million liter objective. So, and we'll see how it's used. I'm not sure where resin and glue are used in other production lines. But yeah, we've got quite a few things going. The sawmill is, I filled it up with a bunch of wood. We could put 50,000 more liters in there, but that's churning away. Bakery barn, we need to deliver fuel here. I may do that between episodes even. We'll see. Yeah, so, oh, and then the crates. So at the carpentry mill, we've got 415,000 crates. These are going to be used over at the apiary for that product. So yeah, let's leave it here. Like I said, between episodes, I'm going to raise some money. I might buy that new tanker. I can show you which one it is, actually. It's a mod. Because we need a modded one tanker so that we can actually transport fuel and crude oil, oxygen, glue, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's either in trailers. Nope. Back. We want to go into the store trailers. It is not these. I don't think these actually work, or else they're too small or something. Yeah, these don't take, they do take diesel, but they don't take crude oil and the special products on this map. So we can't use those. Might be under animals. Probably is. Let's go back. Animals. This is the tanker that we have, 32,000 liters. It only takes herbicide, liquid fertilizer, water and milk. I don't see it. Where's the tanker? None of those. Go back. We looked at miscellaneous, didn't we? No, we didn't look at miscellaneous. It is this guy right here. You get two options, 40,000 liters, 100,000 liters. I'm probably going to start out with the 40,000 liter. Again, I want this to be a challenge. 100,000 liters isn't terribly realistic. Our current trailer is 32,000 liters, so this will be, even if we go just to 40, that'll be an upgrade. And you can see it takes a bunch of stuff. It takes fish from the map. It takes slushies. It takes all kinds of special. There's the crude oil I mentioned. So it'll take some of the products from the modded one. And I tested this out on another save. So it did take the crude and it took diesel. I'll use that to haul the hydrogen and oxygen between episodes. And we should come back next episode with a fair amount of cash in the bank. Like I said, I'll monitor these guys and make sure this field gets going. Once that harvester is free, we'll put that on soybeans. And then next episode, maybe we can repair the sugar beet harvester and set that thing in motion if we have enough workers free. This field, like I said, we have extra stuff to do because we have that grass we're harvesting. It's going to come in handy for our cows and for TMR, mix and TMR. And we can automate the hay like this, which is kind of sweet. But we have to do tedding and collecting and windrowing, all as separate steps, but we don't need to replant this clover field. I believe this regrows at least 2 or 3 times. We'll see. We probably have to put down a layer of fertilizer and we may need a roll. So there's still quite a bit of work to do. I'll just keep this field moving. And then, yeah, next episode, we'll get on the soybeans probably and the sugar beets. And we'll have more money in the bank. And with that, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Thanks to those of you that have been giving the videos a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. This is a teeny tiny channel just getting started. This is the first series. It's a mega challenge. So I appreciate your comments and I appreciate your giving the videos a thumbs up. And I'll see you all in the next episode.